Hi, this is Ms. Fazone, and this is Algebra 2, Factor by Grouping, Objective 20. Okay, so we're going to be factoring polynomials of degree 3. So let's first talk about what does that mean? What does it mean to be the degree of a polynomial? The degree of the polynomial is the highest exponent of a polynomial. All right, it's just the highest exponent. So we've been dealing a lot with x squared. So x squared plus 5x plus 4. All right, the degree of that is just 2. All right. What would the degree be of 9 minus 3x to the fifth? It's just 5. All right. X plus 2x squared minus 4x to the seventh. 7. So you just look, what's the biggest exponent you see? 2, 5, 7. So today we're going to be factoring things with the highest exponent of a 3. Okay. All right. So here's the problem. How do you factor a polynomial of degree 3? All right, so this method is actually called grouping. What we're going to do is we're going to take these 1, 2, 3, 4 terms and put them in a 2 by 2 box. So I'm going to draw a box like that, 2 by 2 box. I'm going to put those 4 terms in there. X cubed, and the order matters. 7x squared minus 4x and minus 28. The order of where they go is important. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so that is important. All right, so now what we're going to do for every pair of boxes, we're going to find the GCF. What's the GCF of x cubed and x? And negative 4x, just x. What's the GCF of 7x squared and negative 28? 7 goes into both of those. Notice you can't put x. There's no x here. So the GCF is just 7. Now left and right, the GCF of x cubed and 7x squared. Take the smaller x, x squared, minus 4 minus 28. 4 goes into both of those. Now these are really easy to check, multiply. What's x squared times x? X cubed. X squared times 7, 7x squared. What's 4 times x? Is it negative 4x? No, we need a negative. So actually, this is going to be negative 4. One rule you can use is if you see 2 negatives, your GCF is negative. Negative 4 times 7 is negative 28. So these are our answers. What we're going to do is we're just going to put parentheses around them. And if there's no sign, put a plus. So the answer is x plus 7 times x squared minus 4. But we're not actually done. What can you do to x squared minus 4? That's a dots problem. So don't forget to check your dots. So x plus 7, and then this factors. What multiplies to x squared? X and x. What multiplies to 4? 2 and 2 plus minus. So that's your final answer. Okay. So this is factor by grouping. It's using a box. All right, next one. Number 2. Again, how many terms does it have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Is there a GCF? Can we divide by anything? No, and that's really, really important. You can't do this if there's a GCF. Okay. So I make my 2 by 2 box. And again, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Order matters. 12a to the third minus 9a squared, 20a, negative 15. Put everything in the box, and we're finding the GCF. Now this one's a little trickier. What goes into 12 and 20? I think it's 4. And then we have a cubed and a. That's a. 9a squared and 15. That's a 3. Now, what did I say the rule was? When you see 2 negatives, you put a negative. Okay. Now, left and right. 12 and 9. That's a 3. A cubed and a squared. Take the smaller one, a squared. 20 and 15 is 5. Now, again, we can check. Is 3a squared times 4a 12a to the third? Yeah. 3 times 4 is 12. 3 times 3 is 9. 5 times 4 is 20. 5 times 3 is 15. So we did it right. So now we put everything in parentheses. 4a minus 3. 3a squared plus 5. Can we do a dots now? No. Neither one of these is dots. The only perfect square I have is 4. This does not work. All right, so we're done. Number 3. Pause the video. Try this one on your own. All right, I make my 2 by 2 box. Now, is there a GCF anywhere? Can I divide everything by something? No. Remember, order matters. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 9x cubed, 18x squared, minus x minus 2. GCF everywhere. What's the GCF of these two? X. 18x squared and negative 2 is 2. Left and right. 9x cubed and 18x squared. 9 and 18 is 9. X cubed and x squared is x squared. And then lastly, negative x and negative 2. What's the GCF of that? Nothing goes into x and 2, so it's a 1, but they're both negative. Okay, I'm going to put a plus there. So I get x plus 2, 9x squared, minus 1. Now, can I do a dots for this one? Yeah. The second one, 9 is a perfect square, 1 is a perfect square. X plus 2, what times itself is 9? 3x and 3x, plus 1, minus 1. And we're done. Okay. One more. Now look at this one. What do you notice about this one? First off, is there a GCF everywhere? There's not. This one looks weird though. How does this one look different? Notice look at number 1 for a second. How did the x's go? It went 3, 2, 1, nothing.